I'm sorry, this is going to get a little personal. Thank you. You never forget your first time. I was doing sales training with my primary company at the time, let's say somewhere in the Midwest. By the way, that company no longer exists, but NAIFA does. This was before cell phones. A client was trying to reach me. My first life claim. Twin teenage boys. A terrible ATV accident on a country road near their home. That day I learned what we do transcends finances. It's more than just the money. They didn't need that child rider on their policy, but they sure appreciated my being there to support them in their time of tragic loss. My first time roaming the halls of this nation's capital. A chance to meet my member of Congress, apparently a rather important one, who just happened to be the brother of a longtime client. Bryan, Chuck and Donna told me how much they just love their annuity and how they get that deposit in their bank account every month. That's great. Now let's talk about those bills you're interested in. Yes, you never forget your first congressional conference or your first client annuity payout. Denise was a single school teacher. It had been a rough 3 years of treatment and healing, but now she's called what they call a survivor. We first met when we were both young in our careers. Bryan, I don't need any insurance. I'm single. Let's focus on my retirement. No one needs my income. Denise, you do. What we did that day helped make sure that she only had to focus on her physical and emotional well-being, not her financial well-being during that time. You never forget your first disability claim. I was new on the NAIFA Tampa board, professional development and program chair. Hey, Bryan, we need you in Tallahassee next month. Could I take a few days out of my life to go to the state capitol to visit with some big-time politicians? I'm just a young insurance guy. We always say that as NAIFA members, we're available to help them as resources. A few years later, I can count several legislators and staff as valued friends and clients, not to mention the countless consumer and industry issues we successfully advocated for as constituents, taxpayers, voters, employers, and NAIFA members over the years. You never forget your first day on the Hill. They say you're not truly in the business until you have your first life claim. I believe you're not truly a NAIFA member until you attend a legislative day on the Hill, our crown jewel, and you become a member for life. My first NAIFA meeting, okay, it was a NAILU meeting. I started in the business and joined what was NAILU when I was very young, just out of school. Everyone was so much older and had so much more experience than me, yet they never hesitated to share their wisdom and knowledge. That helped me stay in the business for nearly 4 decades, thrive, achieve top of the table, and more importantly, help create such an incredible impact on so many families, to give back to various charities. And today, I count NAIFA members as some of my very closest friends. Yes, you never forget your first NAIFA or NAILU meeting. He still knows my name, well, most days, but he always recognizes me. He's in pretty good shape, at least for physically, for an 85-year-old. And the long-term care policy he purchased some 20 years ago helps ensure that he's in the finest, newest memory unit around. They take great care of him, and he loves it there. You never forget your first long-term care claim, especially if it's your father. And if you're not considering long-term care protection in your practice, I implore you, you need to. You never forget your first time, do you? All right, I have a confession about a very personal first time. Most of you know I have a real passion for music. Of course, that's after my faith and my family and profession. But when asked about my first concert, I usually share that it was an exciting triple bill, an incredible over-the-top performance featuring the British sensation Sweet, the soulful New York rocker Eddie Money, and the amazingly theatrical Alice Cooper. Okay, that may have been my first rock concert, but my first popular music concert was the immortal brother and sister team, the Carpenters, whose music still stirs my soul today. Yes, that's my confession, and you never forget your first concert. NAIFA's greatest strength is our diversity, practice specialties, backgrounds, ways of thinking, and surely musical preferences. Beatles or Stones? All right, Shania or Garth? Jay-Z or Kenny G? Taylor Swift or Lady Gaga? No matter what your musical preference, NAIFA welcomes you. NAIFA is committed to making our association and our profession more diverse and inclusive. Our annual diversity symposium, our new foundation, partnerships with groups like NAIA, LAAIA, and WIFS help us remain strong and vibrant, ensuring our ability to provide financial security to all Americans. We may have different styles, but we need to play from the same songbook. Never before has it been so important that we're all on the same page, singing the same song. A singular NAIFA brand projects strength and success, resonating more clearly within our industry, among policymakers and with consumers. So whether country roads take you home, you're from Detroit, Rock City, or Austin city limits, whether you've got a New York state of mind or Georgia's on your mind, you've left your heart in San Francisco, go the Rocky Mountain Way, or can't wait to go sweet home Chicago, NAIFA has your back in your state capital, advocating for you and your clients, not only in your home state, but right here in Washington, on both sides of the aisle, because our issues are people issues. Democrats, Republicans, Independents, we are one NAIFA, members of the Financial Security Party. Our nation has gone through a lot lately. And surely, as professionals, we're there to help with our products and services when the hurricanes, fires, floods, droughts, pandemics, and all kinds of other tragedies occur. But as I learned with my first life claim, we're more than just insurance agents and financial advisors. We're agents of healing for a nation that needs healing in so many ways. Please don't ever forget that. What we do transcends policies and accounts. As my friend Morris Morrison shared at our recent incredible Apex event, your highest self is to be your highest value to others. Your highest self is to be your highest value for others. So what does that mean to us? What does that mean to all of us here in this room? Not just as NAIFA members, but as NAIFA leaders. We can't do it alone. Where are our future members? Where are our future leaders? We have so much going on, so much to offer. From our incredible advanced practice centers, bringing every NAIFA member the very best of our industry's thought leadership. Our award-winning Leadership in Life Institute, our upcoming exciting revamped LUTC program, our years of focus on young advisors and on diversity, equity, and inclusion, and much, much, much more. Okay, I get it. I'm preaching to the choir. You may have noticed some of our choir members are getting a little mature. Myself included. We need newer, younger members to make sure we can continue to share our stories, sing our songs from sea to shining sea, strengthening our voice, preserving our very profession. Ours is a truly noble profession, a higher calling to serve others through servant leadership, a true vocation. Will you help me? Will you invite that friend and colleague to join NAIFA? We need more to experience their first time at a NAIFA meeting. Will you help ensure that our members are fully engaged and involved? We need more to experience their first time at a state and national meeting. Will you mentor, inspire, and invite others to lead and serve in various capacities as our future leaders? We need more to experience their first time in chapter leadership roles. Will you invite them to meet with their elected officials and contribute to the PAC? We need more to experience their first time advocating with the grassroots and the PAC. We need more to experience these life-changing first times to help ensure not only a stronger NAIFA, but to ensure our very future as a profession. Are you with me? Are we up to the challenge? I believe we are. But it starts with you, me, each and every one of us here. I'm incredibly humbled and honored to serve as your incoming president, following so many great leaders like Larry, Tom, Paul, Cammie, Jill, Jules, so many others, all of them here. Thank you to the presidents who are here. Let's give them one more hand. And I pledge to carry on the office of the president, which is larger than any one person. Never before in NAIFA's 132-year history have we had such an incredible, talented staff of professionals under the leadership of our amazing CEO, Kevin Mayhew. Please join me in thanking them, not only for a great event, but their outstanding work throughout the year. I'm so grateful for the support of my family, who are back home with the recent arrival of my first grandson. Yes, you never forget your first or your second grandchild. And I'm so blessed to have their mother, my daughter, become not only my work from home remote scheduler, but a NAIFA member. If you're a NAIFA legacy or have a relative who's a NAIFA member, please stand right now and be recognized for helping ensure our legacy. Let's give them a hand. We need more next year. And I'm so thankful to my many NAIFA friends from around the nation, especially from my home state of Florida. I love you all. Thank you. Thank you for sharing this special celebration with me. Tonight we celebrate not only the award recipients and the incoming leaders, tonight we celebrate each of you. At NAIFA, you belong. We all belong. And I look forward to building brighter tomorrows together. Oh, and by the way, some 30 years later, I was recently humbled to help the parents of my first life claim to invest the proceeds from the sale of their longtime family business to fund their retirement. We trust you, Bryan. You've always been there for us. The single school teacher survivor, we're helping position her assets for a comfortable retirement as well. My clients who love their annuities, they've referred me to their adult children, providing financial security by protecting what's most important to them, their families. And my dad, well, I get to see him nearly every day. And I thank God every night for the peace that we have thanks to the miracle of life insurance. I recently attended the NAIFA Mississippi Annual Conference, which they most appropriately called their family reunion. Thank you for being here tonight, my extended NAIFA family. And I look forward to seeing you all at our next family reunion right here in DC at the Congressional Conference and Diversity Symposium in May. Oh, and be sure to bring a friend to help them experience their first time.